After one of the most embarrassing primary defeats ever, Liz Cheney is considering a third-party bid to quote-unquote stop Trump. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video today. It is time that we talk about the 2024 presidential election because there appears to be a big announcement potentially brewing out of the state of Wyoming as Liz Cheney, yes, that Liz Cheney, is considering a third-party bid to quote stop Donald Trump in 2024. Yeah. After suffering one of the most embarrassing defeats for any incumbent ever, when she lost her own state by like 50 to 60 points, she thinks I am popular enough to run for president. And not just as a Republican, but like this says, an independent. You cannot make this up, but it appears that Cheney is seriously considering a third-party bid. Welcome to 2023. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $1 a month, you can join Real American. This is the best way to support the daily content that we all know and love. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Alright, everybody. Now let me be clear. There's a good possibility Cheney does need to run. Alright? This is just Liz Cheney probably being Liz Cheney. With that being said, this is absolutely hilarious that there's even a remote possibility of this happening. I mean, does she really think she's beloved within the GOP? And that she would hurt Trump by running? Let's make one thing clear. The only people that voted for Liz Cheney in 2022 in her primary defeat to Hagman by like 70 points, and we have proof of this, it was just Democrats changing party registration to Republican just to vote for Cheney. That's the only voter she appeals to. It's the resist liberal on Twitter, not the average Trump voter. There's proof just from her results last year. She did good in the Democrat parts of Wyoming, but got obliterated everywhere else. It's absolutely delusional to think I could stop Trump. But this is a Cheney after all. You know, the daughter of one of the most notorious war criminals of all time that nobody talks about. Either way, this is absolutely pathetic that she thinks a third-party bid would hurt Trump, when in reality, it would hurt Biden. She only appeals to never Trump Republicans and with resist liberals on Twitter. That's all she appeals to. And that's the fact. I don't get why people think Liz Cheney's a Republican, so her running will hurt Trump. She's a Republican like Phil Scott's a Republican. You call him a Republican, a conservative. I don't get why people think this will magically hurt Trump. So let's just get into it. Former Representative Liz Cheney of Wyoming is considering a third-party presidential bid as she seeks to do whatever it takes to stop former President Trump from winning in 2024, she told the Washington Post in an interview published Tuesday. Cheney's outspoken critic of the former president said that she would not have contemplated a third-party run several years ago, but now she thinks the stakes are too high. She's only saying this because she's mad that she got crushed. I mean, she didn't lose by 5 to 10 points. You know, that's bad for an incumbent, but all right, at least you're kind of competitive. You lost by 50 in your own state as the incumbent. What does that tell you about Liz Cheney's popularity? She is hated within the GOP. And real Republicans, they're not going to vote for Cheney. The only ones that voted for her are ones that have been voting Biden or Democrats for years. I happen to think democracy is at risk at home, obviously as a result of Donald Trump's continued grip on the GOP. I think democracy is at risk internationally as well. Democracy. The same bullcrap that Dick Cheney said 20 years ago, why we have to bomb Iraq, we gotta invade the entire Middle East for democracy. Killed tens of millions of people, indirectly, directly, whatever, in the Middle East. Because of this push for democracy. I mean, I just don't get it. I don't get these people. They love democracy so much that they're willing to kill tens of millions of people? What? They have no sense of reality. They live in a bubble thinking, oh, democracy good, no matter the cause. That worked really well in Iraq. That turned out great, didn't it? No, it didn't. It destabilized the Middle East, and look what it caused. Some Trump critics are fearing that a Cheney candidacy could siphon off votes from President Biden in the general, but she told the Post that she would factor those considerations into her decision. Well, guess what? She would. The only voters she appeals to are never Trump Republicans that are going to vote Biden no matter what. And resist liberals. That's all she appeals to. Why is this hard to understand? Cheney also did not rule out supporting Biden in 2024 if she decides not to run. There are a majority of the voters in this country who are too responsible to entrust Donald Trump with the authority of the White House and the authority of the presidency, Cheney told the Post. So I think a large part of the task going into 24 is talking to those people and just making sure they have the facts in front of them. Oh, man. I mean, this is the lady that had one of the most embarrassing primary defeats ever. A 50 to 60 point loss or whatever it was. In her own state. Just by the simple endorsement of Trump for Hagman. What does that tell you about Cheney's popularity? And like I've said, there's data to prove the only people she won were Democrats. She only did good in the Democrat parts of Wyoming. There's like 2 counties, and that's it. Cheney, who lost her primary during the 2022 midterms, created a super PAC after a loss and poured money into races to prevent election deniers from winning. And half of these people are not even denying the election. It's like she considers anybody that supports Trump an election denier. Our work is far from over, the former vice chair of the January 6th Select Committee said after she lost. The former president made ousting the 10 Republicans who voted for his impeachment after the Capitol riot one of his top priorities of the midterm cycle, and he was successful. Only like one of them survived. That's David Valadao and Newhouse from Washington. That's it. The rest got absolutely walloped. Liz Cheney in particular. I mean, the fact that she's even considering this shows you these people are so out of touch. They think this is the Republican Party from 2000. Guess what's going to happen if she runs for president? She single-handedly delivers Trump the presidency. That's what happens. So I hope Liz Cheney runs. Be my guest. Run. You want to stop Trump so badly? Then run. If you're so delusional that you think anybody that's a Trump supporter will magically flip towards Cheney? One of the most unpopular vice presidents of all time? Her daughter's running for president? Gee, I'm sure that voters will like that, those that don't know who Cheney is. They hear the last name Cheney, they immediately think of Dick. It's just like, this is a disaster waiting to happen, and I want it to happen. I want more chaos next year. We already got RFK. We already got Jill Stein. We already got Cornel West. We already probably got Joe Manchin. But if Liz Cheney runs, that may top it off because just how absolutely deranged she is. I mean, what is she conservative on? Can anybody name a single thing that Liz Cheney is quote-unquote conservative on. And funny enough, before she got Trump derangement syndrome, she wasn't a terrible congresswoman. That's the craziest thing of it all. She was actually all right. Not the best, but she wasn't egregious. But after she gained TDS, she just became a Democrat. Essentially the Becky Edwards of the House. It's a mess. I don't get why she's considering it, but sure. Run for president, see what happens. You won't even, I doubt you even crack 2%, let alone 1. That's how hated the last name of Cheney is in America. Especially Liz Cheney, who's hated by Republicans. But anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.